This video is just going to talk over the requirements for the two-dimensional array assignment. And if we take a look at this assignment, it's called Monkey Business, page 587, number 4 in your textbook. A local zoo wants to keep track of how many pounds of food each of 3 monkeys eats during each day, during a typical week. So we're going to write a program that stores the information in a 2D array. It's going to be a 3 by 5 array where each row is going to represent a different monkey and each column represents a different day of the week. So it got cut off on this screen, but each row represents a different monkey and each column represents a different day of the week. The program should first have the user input the data for each monkey. Then it should create a report that includes the following information. The information is going to be the average amount of food eaten per day, the least amount of food eaten during the week by any one monkey, and the greatest amount of food eaten during the week by any one monkey. So we're looking for a least and a greatest, and we're calculating an average. And then we are going to make sure that we have input validation, and we're going to write all of these things in terms of functions. And so you also need to include a header comment, and what that means is you should have comments at the beginning of your program that has your name, a description, and then at the footer you should have your data that you have. You should run executions of your code, and remember that we don't want to use any magic numbers. And so I'll step through a few videos that might help with this, but don't forget to take a look back at our examples in the first folder for arrays, because there are some algorithms there for greatest and for least. So if we take a look and I scroll down, there's also a couple algorithms for finding an average. So here's an algorithm for accumulating and one for averaging. Now this is with a one-dimensional array, but it's going to be very similar. You're just going to have 2 brackets, bracket and bracket, for a two-dimensional array. In a two-dimensional array, you will also have nested loops. You won't be able to process with a single for loop. And then there is an algorithm here for finding highest and or lowest. And so that algorithm we haven't talked through before, but it's pretty common that you will assign both the initial array element, so in a 2D array that would be a bracket 0, bracket 0, you're going to say the highest value is the first item and the lowest value is the first item. But then the trick is, as you process through the array, if you encounter a lower or a higher value, you're going to reassign lowest and highest. So number 7 here, the algorithms for highest and lowest can be used in a two-dimensional array. So that gives you just a little bit of information on that assignment. I would recommend that you try to get that assignment done within the next 3 to 4 days.